Good morning, Mr. Staples.
Good morning, Anna.
Do you have any word as to whether or not Matthew Henderson is paid in full?
I'm looking into that right now, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Lee. We're going to get your client, Julian John Paul.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Staples, did you find out anything about Mr. Henderson?
Our paralegal is looking into it, Your Honor. She's gonna get on the horn with Treasury and see what's the numbers are.
Okay, sounds good. If he has not, it's gonna get reset because I have an appointment. And so
Okay.
I'll be here at 11.
Okay.
Come up here. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Sean Michael Bearden, file number 22-015340M, council hands.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Sean Bearden, who is present and standing to my right.
Today's the date and time set for a sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation from the probation department. It was prepared back on November 22nd, 2022. Did you get a copy of that and did you review it with your client?
I did get a copy, and yes, I have reviewed it with my client. We have no needs for corrections or deletions.
Okay, today was reset to this date, Mr. Bearden, because some issues at the last.
I apologize, Your Honor, I could not get my screen to work properly. I had audio, but I could not get visual.
Okay, and I recognize that. What the issue was is the tone and the demeanor that you took with the court, and which you told me what you weren't gonna do. I told you you had to appear visually so we can sentence you.
I had tried to
I recognize that. I'm not IT professional. It's not my job to troubleshoot that. Yeah, but your options. Per the sheet that you were said, are you gonna talk over me? Or are you gonna let me talk? I think that was part of the problem last time. You had to be muted. You don't know when to be quiet. You talk over me. The issue is you received notice and it told you that you can appear in person, but it told you, or you can appear via Zoom if you have the capabilities to do so. If you don't have the capabilities, and that includes you don't know how to operate the technology, then you do have to appear in person. Just that, I can't conduct a hearing via telephone. Nonetheless, you're here. Ms. Donnelly, any reason to make updates, corrections, or deletions to the pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can proceed with allocation.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we would be requesting, if at all possible, that the court see fit to give Mr. Bearden fines and costs. The offense in this matter, he didn't complete a substance abuse assessment. It's my understanding at this time that the probation department can't complete those themselves, so that they are referring them out to other people. Mr. Bearden, throughout this entire time, throughout the incident and while on bond, has maintained full-time employment. It's a factory job, so it's pretty long hours. So it was unavailable for him with the time given to get that substance abuse assessment. But that's basically what he's coming here to ask the court for, is that his work is, obviously it's important to maintain that employment in order to live. All the things that he's gonna need to do. He's in Eaton Rapids now. So he at this time, he believes that he can't, obviously doesn't have a substance abuse assessment, but he can assure the court that this was not a problem, and that he is not doing that anymore. But Your Honor, he believes that he just, like I said, wants to work and move on with his life, and he's willing to pay, Your Honor.
Okay, he's not undergone a substance abuse assessment, you said?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, did your client want to make a statement on his own at this time?
Mr. Bearden, you want to say something?
I have no.
Okay. I strongly disagree with the allocution. This is a situation in which Mr. Bearden took a can of duster to his mouth in front of a police officer and inhaled intentionally and became unconscious and incoherent in front of a police officer. He absolutely gives the court reason to believe that there is an underlying issue that needs to be addressed. And without having a substance abuse assessment to rebut that presumption, I have no choice but to put him on a term of supervision and order him to undergo a substance abuse assessment. So the recommendation of probation, which he scored moderate high in the need for personality domain, I think that's been evident by his presence in the courtroom on various occasions. Moderate low needs in attitude, substance use, and responsivity domain. The court will adopt the recommendation that is for a term of 10 months. The sentence will be as follows: 90 days Ingham County Jail credit for 89 days. I'll suspend the balance of the 89 days upon successful completion of 10 months of probation. While on probation, you're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. You're not to use, purchase, or possess a firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance, or any other mind-altering substances. You understand that?
I understand your order.
You're required to submit to random preliminary breath tests and or your analysis testing. You're responsible for the fee associated with that. I'm going to order that you undergo a substance abuse assessment within the next 30 days and follow all recommendations. But also to maintain your employment while you're on probation. Do you have any questions so far?
No, Your Honor.
There's a $30 per month oversight fee that you are responsible for while you're on probation. It's a $75 crime victim rights fee that will be assessed. It's a $50 state minimum cost that will also be assessed. I'll waive discretionary fines and costs at this time. Yeah, that's just a statute. For a total of $425, and you'll make monthly payments, about $42 a month. Do you have any questions about your fines and costs? Can you verify your address for me, please?
124 Bentley Street, Eagle Rapids, Michigan, 48827.
Is that the address we have on file? Okay. When did you move to that address, sir?
I've been there since September.
Okay, and you know you have the responsibility to update the court with your address when you change it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you update the court with that address?
Yes, I did. I introduced that address.
He's not for court. Give us that address again.
524 Bentley Street, Rapids, Michigan, 48827.
What's your phone number?
Yeah, it's 517-213-3902.
Okay, when you leave here, you need to go down and see the probation department so they can make sure they have accurate information for you. And then they'll, once they get a copy of my order, you'll be assigned a probation officer. You should also get information today about where you can go and get your substance abuse assessment completed, okay? Do you have any questions at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
None for defense, thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. Thank you.
I'll go down to the probation department so that you can make sure they have this.
I don't exactly remember.
Mr. Lee, did you need to speak to your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
A big old, iPad, I guess. Just gonna get the iPad for you. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, what's your name?
Hello,
Good morning, what is your name?
Randy Ojeda Hernandez.
Your Honor, I do
Hernandez.
to briefly speak to the city.
On the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Randy Hernandez, file number 21L2627621. Mr. Hernandez, today was the date and time set for a show cause because you still owe $201 on a citation.
Okay.
When you gotta pay it?
I can pay this Friday or Monday.
You're gonna pay the full amount?
Yes.
Okay, I'll note here that you'll pay in full by Monday, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're all set, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Have a good one.
You ready for the line? Your license is not revoked. He said this is suspended. So There's a lot of infection, so it's not revoked. Oh. So you just gotta clear them, but we're gonna get allowing, we'll just stay off the.
Ms. Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Selena Lucia Lopez, file numbers 21L 2638442 and 22-01204. Council appearance.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
An Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Evina Lopez, who is present and standing to my right.
Okay, today's the date and time set for a pre-trial on both matters. I have a failure to display operator's license and driving while license is suspended, revoked, or denied. How are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, at this time, the city is willing to offer allowing a suspended person to operate. That would be 257.9042. PAC code is 1340, or the code is 1341. Misdemeanor punishable up to 500 a day, or $500 or 193 days as well, but doesn't get reported to Secretary of State. So that's what she'll accept.
Okay, and the city's gonna dismiss the other charge?
I'm sorry, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Lopez, you want to accept that offer today?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury? Okay, you can put your hand down. Ms. Lopez, you have the right in this matter to proceed to trial, and you have the right to a jury trial. At the time of trial, you have the right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until proven guilty. Do you understand that? You have the right to have the city bring forth sufficient evidence to prove each element of the charge being brought against you. And they have to put forth enough evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that? In order to accept the offer to plead guilty to allowing a suspended person to operate, you would have to give up your right to the presumption of innocence. Is that what you want to do? That means you're also giving up your right to have a trial by jury or by judge. You're giving up your right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. You're giving up your right to see, hear, or question any other witness. Can you hear us?
I can.
Okay, thank you. And you're giving up the right to see, hear, or question any of the witnesses the city intends to call. You're giving up the right to call your own witnesses or present evidence that you believe would show a defense to this charge. You understand that?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty to this amended charge? Any promises being made to you in exchange for your guilty plea here today? As to the amended charge of allowing a suspended person to operate a motor vehicle, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Can I have a factual basis?
Ms. Lopez, on May 4th of 2022, at around 4 p.m., were you operating a Chevy on upon Lowcroft at or near Bel Air in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan? And while you were operating that vehicle, did you know that your license was suspended?
Yes, I did.
All right, and you had contact with the Lansing Police Department?
Yes, I
All right. And they cited you for driving while license suspended as well as disobeying a stop sign and having no insurance.
Can you speak up, please?
Yes, I did.
All right, and at this time, do you have a valid license?
I do not.
All right, Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Mr. Staples, any questions?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Fine is $200. When can you make payment?
I can do it Friday. Is that all it is?
That's the total payment.
I can pay it Friday.
Okay, I'll note here that you'll make payment in full by Friday. You can either come up to the criminal traffic window, make payment in person, or you can mail a check or money order to the court. Using that case number, that's on case number 22-01204, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the charge is dismissed. You're all set, okay, ma'am?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Are we ready on Ms. Walker?
Is she in there, Your Honor? I
Yeah.
need a brief breakout room with her.
I'll add her to room one. Mr. Moore, can you unmute, please? On the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Justin Moore, file number 22-00996. Mr. Moore, I need you to unmute your device. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Moore? Hello, Mr. Moore, can you hear us? He can't hear us. I think our intern is out there. She wants to know if she can come. Oh, okay. I don't know what to tell him if he can't hear us. By the.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yeah.
You can
Well,
hear us?
now I can.
Okay. Mr. Moore, today's the
Yes, I
date
can hear
and
you.
time set. Okay, very good. Today was the date set for a show cause, and you know why, don't you?
Payments, right?
Correct. You were supposed to pay $125 back in September.
Right. I'm also. I was going to talk to you about that. I'm also on probation too. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know that. So it's been kind of hectic paying the probation off in that, and I'm at work right now. I'm still working, of course, but you know, during the holidays, the factory jobs we get shut down, and then the unemployment and a lot of things. You know how the unemployment works. So I do get a check Thursday. This Thursday coming up, because we came back to work last week. So you know we worked that full week last week. So I do get.
Okay, are you going to pay your 125 on this file this week? I think he's frozen. Mr. Moore, are you still there?
Yeah, I want to get this over with. Yes.
Yep, we want you to as well, because this is not your
Can you-
first show cause on this file.
Yeah, I know. And I want to get it
Okay.
taken care of.
We'll note that you'll make payment no later than Monday. Okay, make sure you make payment by Monday, okay, sir?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Are you ready, Ms. Walker?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Kayla Walker, file number 22-00461 and 22-03464, council appearances.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of defendant Kayla Walker, who is appearing separately by video.
Okay. Today's date set for pre-trials on both matters. I have 2 OWIs and 1 false info. How are we proceeding on it?
Your Honor, at this time, the reissued high VAC is, I need time to prepare for a jury trial for it. There are gonna be witnesses and exhibits needed, so I was gonna request 30 days, and then with the other one, I just basically tie them together. At this time, though, we had that other one adjourned because I was trying to get in touch with community mental health for more information about the substance abuse assessment, just as an update to the court and the prosecutor. I was able to secure finally some documentation that I was seeking from them. So I just recently on Friday, Your Honor. So I haven't really had a chance to pour into it, but I do have it. So like I said, we'd be requesting a 30-day adjournment on both files.
Which one is the reissue?
We have 2350. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, wrong. Should be, Your Honor, 223464. That's the reissue.
Okay. You said you were requesting a 30-day adjournment to do what?
3464, I'm going to be preparing for jury trial, Your Honor, so witnesses and exhibits. The other,
Okay, so you want us to set this for a jury trial?
Your Honor, yes, yes, eventually I believe that it will be set for a jury trial.
Well, we're not gonna
We
put it
you
out
hold
for
it-
30 days and then you come back and tell us to set it for jury trial.
Your
You're
Honor,
saying you want it set out so you can prepare for jury trial. correct?
Your Honor, I would like it set for pretrial conferences only because I think pretrial conference allows me, if I have issues in the next 30 days and I need more time, during a pretrial conference is easier than a jury trial.
Well, we
So
would set it for a final pretrial.
that could be, yes, Your Honor.
The
that'd
other
be-
one's been pending for quite some time.
Yes, Your Honor.
You want that set for trial as well?
No, I do not want that one set for, but at this time, I believe that the resolution of that case will depend upon the resolution of this case. Or the reissue, I'm sorry, the older one.
I'm gonna set this for final pretrial. 30 days out. The reissue, both of them.
It'll be February 28th at 8:15.
February 28th at 8:15 in person at the court.
And would you like witnesses there at that point, Your Honor?
I do not.
Okay.
Okay, any questions today, Ms. Walker?
No, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record at this time?
Nothing for the city.
And nothing for the defense.
Okay, and I recognize that you're still going through some discovery. If you find that you need more time, you can let us know in advance and we can reset the final trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're off the record. We'll see you at your pretrial, your final pretrial date, okay, Ms. Walker?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I have Anthony Anderson here, and then I also have William Russell. assuming Eric Lopez is in the hallway. And then nobody shows for these show causes. So our CO failed to appear. So we'll go for it. And Michael Miller failed to appear. And who do you have with you?
Your Honor, I am ready with Mr. Eric Lopez.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Eric Joel Lopez. File number is 23-000570M. Council appearances.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of defendant Eric Lopez, who is present and standing to my right.
Okay, and today is the date of Mr. Lopez for a pretrial. I have one count of trespass. Council, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Lopez will be pleading guilty as charged.
Is that correct, Mr. Lopez?
Correct.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down, sir. Okay, Mr. Lopez, in this matter, you have the right to proceed to a trial. At the time of trial, you have the right to be represented by counsel. You have the right to the presumption of innocence. So that means you're innocent until proven guilty. You understand that?
Yes.
You would have to give up that right to presumption of innocence in order to plead guilty to the charge of trespass. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. You also would be giving up your right to cross-examine any of the witnesses the city intends to call. You're going to give up your right to call your own witnesses at trial, represent evidence that you believe would prove a defense to this charge. And you're going to give up your right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. You're also going to give up the right to require the city to prove each element of the charge of trespass beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
And you want to give up those rights today?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive those rights?
No.
Any promises being made to you in exchange for you waiving your rights and pleading guilty?
No.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No.
You understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer or to a future employer.
Yes.
You also understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that may have some impact on any immigration or travel status that you may be seeking.
Yes.
And you're pleading guilty, sir, because you believe you are guilty?
Yes.
As to the charge of trespassing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Factually.
Here. All right, Mr. Lopez, on January 5th of this year, were you at the outreach on 601 North Larch Street in the city of Lansing, County, state of Michigan?
Yes.
And at that time, were the staff at the outreach, did they tell you to leave and trespass you from the property?
Yes.
All right, and did you refuse to leave?
Yes.
All right, and then did the Lansing Police Department come?
Yes.
All right, and did they tell you to leave?
Yes.
And did you still refuse to leave?
Yes.
Did they, so they arrested you?
Yes.
All right, Your Honor, I move for the questions.
Any questions from the city?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. How long did you spend in custody?
He did a night, so 2 days, Your Honor.
Are you employed, sir?
No.
Why not?
I'm currently looking for a job at the moment. I
And
kind of fell on rough times. I'm homeless, which is
I
why I
could
was-
imagine. I saw that you were homeless the time of the arraignment. So, and you were at the shelter, so I'd imagine that you had some tough times. But it sounds like everybody's looking for people that want to work.
Yeah, I'm currently looking for work at the moment, so I'm hoping by next week at the very latest, I'll have employment.
Have you been putting in applications?
Yeah.
Where?
I applied at Peckham over the past weekend, and I'm planning on calling a few temp services this week. Specifically Express Employment and Elwood Staffing.
All right, well, hopefully that it will come through for you soon so you can get back on track. I'm gonna credit you time served and close the file. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Mr. John Paul. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the City of Lansing versus Julian Khalil John Paul, file number 22-02812, council appearance.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Julian Poll.
The date and time set for a pretrial. I have here. On my docket, it says he's here for hinder, obstruct, oppose, and trespass, although I have a summons in here for driving while license is suspended. I don't know how that's done. Does he have open driving while license is suspended, or is it just an error? Okay, so the summons is an error. Okay, it should be count one, hinder, obstruct, oppose, count two, trespassing, and then count three, did sell, consume, or possess in a public area alcoholic beverage. I don't see that on there. I do, alcohol in public. How do we want to proceed at this time, council?
Your Honor, we have reached an agreement with the prosecutor. Defendant will be pleading guilty to the hinder and oppose charge. He will also plead guilty to a civil infraction for disturbing the peace. The trespass and the open alcohol charges will be dismissed.
Okay, that's correct, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down, sir. Mr. Paul, in the present matter, you have the right to proceed to a trial. You have the right to have a jury trial, or you can have a non-jury trial. At the time of trial, you have the right to the presumption of innocence, sir. So you're innocent until proven guilty. Do you understand that? And you want to give up that presumption today? Well, why are you looking over there? It's up to you. If you want to give up your right to be innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You also would have to give your right to see, hear, or question any other witnesses that the prosecution intends to call. You're gonna give up your right to call your own witnesses at trial or present evidence that would further a defense to these charges. You're gonna give up your right to have the city prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You're gonna give your right to remain silent and have silence be used against you at trial. Do you understand that? Okay, you wanna waive those rights today? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit lost. Yeah, hey, that was the, can my attorney hear me or no?
Your
Yes,
attorney
I can hear you.
Do you,
That
are you
was
not,
the plan, right? To go through? I'm a bit lost, I apologize.
what, maybe we can help you. What are you confused about, sir?
Huh?
What are you confused about?
Uh,
Are you confused about your rights?
no, we're just,
What is it? Do you want to waive your rights today to plead guilty?
that was the plan, right? Yes.
Well, what's your
yes,
plan?
Yes, we're doing that, yes.
Okay, well, we're not doing it. He's not pleading guilty.
My apologies. Yes.
You want to plead guilty?
We're pleading guilty to the
Okay,
hinder.
to amend the charge. Okay, and you want to waive those rights that I just stated on the record so that you can't enter a guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anybody making any promises to you to get you to waive your rights and plead
No.
guilty?
No.
Okay, did Mr. Lee promise you anything if you waive your right and plead guilty today?
No,
Okay, anybody threatening you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty?
no.
Okay. Are you currently on probation or parole or being held on something else other than this charge?
Yes.
What is that?
I'm currently in Eaton County Jail. I am awaiting a bed to residential treatment to TRICAP.
Okay.
which I will spend a month there, and then I will be placed in a sober living home. On top of that, I will be placed with 24 months probation, $998 fine, and
Okay, great. And you discussed with your attorney how, if at all, this charge could impact your current status on probation or parole?
yeah, yes.
You sure? Okay. And you understand that a guilty plea can result in a conviction that you may need to report on a job application or to your current employer?
Oh, Lordy. What does that mean?
So you get a conviction, a criminal conviction, and when you fill out a job application, sometimes they ask you, have you ever been convicted of a crime? You understand that if you plead guilty, you could get a conviction that you may need to report as a conviction on your job applications. You understand that? Are you currently employed?
No.
Okay. And then you understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need, that may have impact if you wanted to travel or if you had immigration status pending. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you still want to waive your rights, understanding that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As to the charge of hinder, obstruct, oppose an officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Have a factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Pohl, on or about February 27th, 2022, were you at 3201 East Saginaw Road at an establishment otherwise known as Speedway Gas Station?
Yes, sir.
And this gas station is located in the city of Lansing, county of Ingham, the state of Michigan, correct?
Yes, sir.
And while you were there, were you acting in a loud and boisterous way, disturbing the peace?
Yes, sir.
And when confronted by police officers who attempted to place you under arrest, did you resist and struggle with the police officer?
Yes, sir.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Any questions from the city?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. As to disturbing the peace, it's a civil infraction, so you would only need to accept responsibility or not accept responsibility. Do you want to accept responsibility to disturbing the peace?
Yes.
Okay. Your fine for disturbing the peace is $50, and we'll refer that to collections. How long have you been in custody?
7 months.
So you were in custody when you were arraigned on this back in January 6th?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
What court are you on probation for? What judge put you on probation?
I believe it was Judge Mauer.
As to the hinder, obstruct, oppose, I'll credit you time, sir. You're all set, okay, sir?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, who's representing Anthony Anderson and William Russell?
Those are both my clients, Your Honor.
Okay, are you ready to proceed?
I need to speak with each of them. Probably Anthony Anderson would be the quickest first.
Okay. I'll add him to room 2.
Thank you.
Fadul Hassan did not appear, so I'm gonna issue a bench warrant. Are we ready with Mr. Anderson?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Anthony Armand Anderson, file number 22-02177, council appearance.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Anthony Anderson.
Today is the date and time set for a pretrial on a driving unlicensed, never applied. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, Mr. Anderson is attempting to obtain his license. He took the test on Friday and failed by one question. We would like an adjournment to give him time to go back in and retake the test and see if he can get his license.
Okay, we'll reset this. Mr. Anderson, you were scheduled to be before the court back on January 3rd. I think you did not appear, but then we later received a call from your grandmother. So make sure you keep up with your court date, okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, Your Honor.
No problem. We'll get you the date now. 30 days.
February 28th at 9 a.m.
February 28th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay?
Okay, I'm putting it in my calendar.
Very good. Do you have any questions for the court at this time?
No, that'll be all, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Okay, and I'll add Mr. Russell to your room, Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't care. I don't care. Didn't we have this issue last time? We had this issue last time.
Yeah.
You don't get to just show up in court when you feel like it. You were supposed to be here an hour ago. I'm sorry? You fell asleep? What time did you fall asleep?
Like 7 o'clock, I was trying to stay awake.
This is attorney. What's your attorney's name? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. It's probably Miss Donnelly then, and I think she left, did she not? She stepped out. Can we see if we can get her on the phone?
Your Honor, I did hear back from Treasury. Mr. Henderson does still have an outstanding balance.
Did he make any payment?
He has made some payments, but his outstanding balance is still about 700 and some odd dollars.
Okay, sounds good. So what, I think Mr. Venker was the one who appeared for you last week and gave him this time to do that. He's probably gonna appear today for his review. And I'll allow you to speak to him privately, and then I'll have my staff reset it. Giving him additional time to make that payment, okay?
All right.
Mr. Russell, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, excellent. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus William Albert Russell. File numbers 22-01668 and 22-03247. Council appearances.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of William Russell.
Okay, today's the date and the time set for pre-trials. I have 2 trespass in a red tag property, 1 driving while license suspended, fail to obey, and a hinder, obstruct, and oppose. How do we want to proceed on these?
Your Honor, we are going to set these matters for trial.
Final trial January 31st. February 7th.
February 7th at 8:15. For a jury trial. Okay, any additional matters for the record at this time?
Your Honor, so that was jury trial date, February 7th at 8:15 a.m.
That's correct.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further.
Okay, we'll see you in person on February 17th, Mr. Russell. Any additional matters for the people?
February
Nothing for the-
17th? Or
I'm
7th?
sorry, February 7th, not 17th.
I'm like, wait. Is it? All right, thank you.
No problem.
Nothing additional for the city, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Nothing further for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lee, we're trying to track down Ms. Donnelly. Her 9 a.m. client appeared about an hour late.
Oh, okay. I will notify her right now. If you'll excuse me for just one moment.
Thank you.
No problem. What is the client's name, Your Honor? Your Honor, is this Mr. Hassan by any chance?
I'm sorry?
Julie just emailed me and said it's next week.
Okay. Miss Donnelly, Mr. Hassan led us to believe that his attorney was you, but it's not.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Lee, that's your client?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you need to speak to him?
If I could, please, briefly.
You have a phone with you, sir? Okay, we'll get you on Zoom so you can talk to your attorney, okay?
Tap your screen. See, there you go. Start your
Mr.
video.
Lee, did you get to speak to him yet?
I have not yet had an opportunity to speak with them, Your Honor.
Where do I click at? Tap your screen.
Okay, I'll add him to room 2.
Click on meeting reviews.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Fadul Hassan, file number 22-02415, council appearance.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Fadul Hassan.
Today's the date and time set for a pre-trial on one count of no insurance. How are we proceeding?
We are prepared to plead guilty as charged, Your Honor.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Mr. Hassan, you have the right in this matter to proceed to a trial. You have the right to have a jury trial. You have the right at the time of trial to the presumption of innocence, so you're innocent until proven guilty. You would have to give up that right to be innocent until proven guilty in order to plead guilty to the charge of no insurance. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to give up that right today? So you're also giving up your right to cross-examine or question any other witnesses that the prosecution intended to call. You're giving up the right to call your own witnesses or present any evidence that you believe would show a defense to this charge. You're giving up your right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. And then you're giving up your right to have the city prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that? Anybody threatening you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty? Any promises being made to you in exchange for you pleading guilty? As to the charge of no insurance, how do you plead? Now, factual basis, Mr. Lee?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hassan, were you on September 9th, 2022, driving a vehicle on Cesar Chavez at or near Massachusetts in the city of Lansing, county of Ingham, state of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
And this road being generally open to the public, when you were pulled over by a police officer, did you in fact have no insurance on the vehicle you were driving?
Yes, sir.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any questions from the city?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Your fine is $200. Are you paying today? When are you gonna pay? How much you gonna pay next week? Oh, it's $200. You're gonna pay in full by next Friday?
Yeah. Not the Friday coming.
Correct. So you're talking about Friday, the 27th? Okay. You can come up and pay at the criminal traffic window, or you can mail check or money order to the court using this case number, or you can pay online using your case number. You're gonna come up in person? Okay, unless you have any questions for me, you're all set, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Your Honor.